It's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day today. You feeling good? You feeling blessed? You feeling highly favored, aren't you? Feeling the gratitude. Yes, 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 yes. Knowing that we are growing through this season, that we are growing through whatever we are going through. Life is always offering us this beautiful experiences that we can receive and then struggle through and jump the hurdle and then learn and then become more powerful and then believe in ourselves more. It's beautiful. And we're going to simplify, we're going to express, because our highest form of nutrition is in our expression, isn't it? I had a question that I asked myself the other day. It came out of nowhere, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm with my journal, and the question was, imagine Netflix or like whoever came to you and they're like, Heinz, I have $100 million for you to go and create something, for you to go and build something, for you to go and do something. $100 million, but you can only do one thing. One thing. And right away I was like, okay, cool. Like, I actually put myself in that, like in that scene, in that environment. I was there. I could fully feel it, see it. I'm like, okay, like this is real. I'm going to want you to ask yourself this question as well. And I realized, I'm like, wow, a lot of us, we're so creative. We have so many ideas, so many visions, we have so many different options. We can go online and look into so many different windows of people's lives and, be like, oh yeah, I could do that. Or maybe I do this, or go over here. And a lot of us, we're a little bit scattered, energy is all over the place. So nothing is coming into fruition. Nothing is getting done. And some of us are getting exhausted. We need to ask ourselves, if someone was going to give you $100 million, but you could only focus on one thing, build one thing, what would it be? And I was like going through my ideas on all these different visions, and I'm like, oh, I know what I would do. But I was like, why didn't I see that clearly before? Well, I didn't put myself in a scenario where I had to eliminate every option and only choose one. You know what I love about certain food spots? I like food spots sometimes where they have very liminal or limited menus, right? Like, think about even fast food joints, right? You go to like McDonald's got a bunch of stuff. But then you go to In-N-Out. In-N-Out has like one burger, literally, right? No decision fatigue, making it easy for you. You order what you want, boom, you get it, you're out. You enjoy it, maybe you don't enjoy it. It's not really the best food for you, but hey, you do the best you can while you can. But when it comes to how we want to live our lives, like truly, a lot of times we can be scattered. We can be confused. And in a era where it seems as if there's so many possibilities, so many options, so much information, that true wisdom is restraint and elimination, right? It's having the ability to say no. Even though it sounds good, even though it feels good, just knowing, no, that's not the thing for me. If someone was going to give you $100 million, what would you do with it? What would you build? How would you be in service in this planet? What would you create? What is this one thing? And you can make it as big as you have $100 million. You get to do what you want with it. What would it be? Ask yourself that question. Especially if you've been struggling to figure out what direction you want to go, what do you want to start, what niche you're trying to get yourself in, who you are. A lot of times you got to focus on what you love, because you might as well live the life that you love and love the life that you live. I was talking to a friend yesterday. We were on Zoom call. We've been meeting up on Sundays, just doing some little Zoom calls, seeing, get ideas, exercising back and forth. And we talked about how where we are right now was basically what we dreamed of 10 years ago. But in some ways, we've entered into a new space, but created a new cage. And noticing parts of our life where, it's not in alignment, feel like sold out a little bit here, and not just loving exactly the direction that maybe we're going in. And we're like, that is self-inflicted. All of us have the ability, you understand, to pivot, to make a change, to truly live the life that we want and love it while we are living it. But we have to start to identify, what is that life? How does that life feel? How does that life taste? How does it sound? How does it look? And start to say no to everything that doesn't align, Some of us, we're not living the life that we want because we just haven't been able to do it. But I can't doesn't mean I won't. I can't doesn't mean I won't. Some of us have failed and allowed those failures to set us back, when really we need to count our failures. What if you had the attitude of, this season, I need 30 failures. I need at least 30 failures in this next season. What would happen to your mind and spirit? You would automatically have more strength to explore risks, more improv, to test ideas, because I need 30 failures this season. Let's say your boss tells you, hey, my requirement this season for you is that you have 30 to 50 failures. They're not even asking you to win. They're not even asking you to have positive results. Nope. They're just saying, I want 30 to 50 failures. What would you do? You would experiment. You would get right to it. You wouldn't even be focused on having to win. You would just be like, I need to experiment. I need to try. I need to figure it out. And that's exactly what we need to do. That is exactly what we need to do. Because uncertainty is a gift, right? Uncertainty is a gift. We're going to be in seasons in our life where we are experimenting, where we don't even understand exactly who we are because we are in a liminal space. We're not quite who we were. We're also not quite who we are becoming, and it's uncomfortable. But we have to identify that this space in itself is a gift. Trying to figure out what you're going to do with $100 million. That question in itself is a gift, that opportunity. Do you realize, for those that are let's say, trying to start a business, creative, an artist, whatever you're trying to build in your life, that is just a privilege in itself. That's a privilege in itself, especially to pursue some type of art or creative career. I mean, 1 in 9 people in the world still, I think it's over 1 billion people still in this world, live under extreme poverty lines in slums. The fact that you are watching this video, there's privilege in there. Let's understand that we have opportunities. Even though we are in uncertainty, we have opportunity. And that's magical, right? Knowing that the answer is going to come to us. Yes, the answer is going to come. We do not need to stress it. The answer will come, but we are on that journey. And I've been going through this question okay, I have $100 million. What is the one thing that I will create? And then I find my mind trying to go to other things, trying to justify why I also have to do these other things. I'm like, no, you can only do one thing. And this one thing you're going to fully believe in, you're going to dedicate yourself to. It's going to be your mission. This is the one thing you're going to bring into the world. What is it? And this question has been my rock right now. And I just look at it every morning and I start to write and I start to build on it. And I start to see clearly that although there was uncertainty, there was tons of opportunity in that question in itself. This season, I know some of us have felt lost, but you're not. You're exactly where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? You're exactly where you need to be. At times we may question, who am I? Which is crazy, right? You can literally question who you are in a season because you feel different. You feel different. I said that to my therapist. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like who I was. I feel different. She's like, well, what do you feel like? I'm like, I can't even explain it, but I just, I feel different. same essence, but there's parts of me that have changed. Sometimes we're questioning, where are we going? Where am I going? What is my purpose? What is my mission? But even in that feeling, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, right? Perspective. In the Tao, they say, when it's a good day, be happy. Or at least have gratitude. Why? Man, a bad day is going to come. We know that. But when you're having a bad day, have some gratitude. Why? Man, there's a good day right around the corner. But all we have to do sometimes is settle our mind. A lot of us have been struggling for clarity, maybe distracted, maybe the fears of the world have been rocking our center, but we have to take that opportunity. Before you start a task, before you start a project, take 20 minutes, take 15 minutes every single time. Meditate. Meditate on what you have to do. Meditate on your intention. Go into the task, and then after the task is finished, meditate and observe what you just did. Don't think about anything else. Just have that one idea in your mind, whatever you have to do for the next 2 hours. Allow your spirit to settle the mind, right? Sometimes we're so much in this, we're thinking too much. We're in the past, we're in the future. I was watching this documentary of this tribe somewhere in the Amazon, and they don't even have language for past or future, or for the past or the future. So they don't even speak anything but the present. They don't even have numbers. It's insane. They're just fully present. And because of that, the researchers were like, these are some of the most joyful, happiest people we've ever encountered. Like, they're not thinking about yesterday. They're not thinking about where their food is coming from a week from now. They're just right here. They are just right here. And that is the power when we center ourselves, The back of this card, because this is the Remind deck, our own deck of cards, coming back on sale very soon. Our spirit is more powerful than the mind. Just observe your thoughts. Some of them are just passing by. No need to react. You have the ability to shift your awareness and ground yourself. You have that ability, right? You have that medicine. You have that healing ability. You have that strength to take all your energy, your distractions, your anxiety, and just center yourself again in your power. And recognize who you are and move in the direction that matters. And we can take that moment every single day. Take a moment and set that intention today and settle the mind. You have $100 million. What are you doing with it? What are you doing it? Maybe you're transforming a community. Maybe you're starting your own museum. Maybe you're just finally starting that YouTube channel. Whatever it may be, but you got $100 million. What are you doing? What are you doing? And guess what? You don't even have to chase it. It's already there. You get to receive. You understand? Because whatever you want or need in life, I believe it has. I believe it has already been stored for you. No need to chase in desperation. No, we pursue it in purpose. We work hard. Sometimes we even slow down or take a break because we understand that that pause is preparation. You know what I love is that in the Bible, it mentions that Jesus often withdrew, went into the wilderness, right? Went into the wilderness and came back. But he always withdrew to be with self, connect with the Father, get the wisdom, whatever, that's a great metaphor for our own lives. You don't need to chase. Receive. Yes, we pursue in purpose. We apply ourselves. We work hard with joy, with gratitude, with the privilege of, oh my God, I get to build a life. Your whole life is a creative project in itself, isn't it? Like your whole life is a creative project in itself. That's amazing. Imagine when you're doing a painting and you only have 3 brush strokes and you're just like judging the painting and you're sitting there judging it. Like, oh, it's not enough. Of course, The painting is not done. Is the painting ever done? Who knows? But you get to lay another stroke. You get to sit there and think, maybe I'm going to use yellow next. Or, maybe I'm going to use oh man, I just grinded up some coffee beans. And what if I mixed the coffee grains with this green and gave it texture? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'll experiment. Oh, maybe you try it, you fail, you don't like it. Then maybe you realize, actually, if I add this little lily pad here, break it up, put it on, and add a little bit of red, and now you're like, oh my God, it's beautiful. That's like your life. A lot of us are judging our lives and we only have a few brushstrokes in. You know what I mean? You're judging your life and you're like, my life isn't where I want it. Of course, we're building a life. It's a creative project. It's a painting. We are creating it every single day. But maybe we have been in a season where we're just a bit too scattered. What would you do if you had $100 million? What would you build? If it would be one thing, you can bring it into the world. Now, some of you may have an answer to that question, and wow, that's amazing. Some of us, we may not have the answer to that question, but you have to revisit that question and think about it, right? And the answer will come to you. Because we have to understand what is for us and what isn't. What is for me, say this with me right now, what is for me will be. Meaning whatever is for you will be. Ain't nobody can curse who job blessed, you understand? What is for me will be. What isn't, I set free. Some of us have people, obligations, pursuits. Some of us are trying to be everything for everybody and do everything and overextend ourselves so nothing gets our full energy. What is for me? Say this with me. I let it be. What is for me, I let it be. And then whatever isn't, I set it free. Understand? That's one of my favorite things to say is nobody can curse who jobless, meaning your life has already been imprinted in divine stone. What is for you will be. Ain't nobody can get in the way. They can try to interrupt your flow, but only you can allow anything to get in the way. Nobody can curse, meaning nobody can stop your blessings. You understand? But understand one thing, there is a window of opportunity when you allow what is for you to be. There is a window of opportunity when you allow what isn't to be free. $100 million, what are you going to do? Maybe you need to write it down. Maybe you need to just make your own little website to make it real. Even if it seems so delusional, even if it seems so delusional to you right now, maybe you just need to make a clear one-pager, see your dream on there, and then make it a reality. Next thing you know, you got a thriving business, create a career, maybe you got a nonprofit, you're transforming communities, whatever it may be. My friend, you got a gift. You have a gift and you have a soft spot in your heart. And when you figure out what that gift is and what that soft spot is, and you bring them together, that is when you have purpose. That's when you have a mission, and that's when you are in your highest service, because I believe that self-love is service. But the change we want to see in the world is also the change we must make within ourselves first. If you want to make it a reality today, our sponsor of the day, Squarespace, will help you. Because whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace does make it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from product to content all in one place. And really all on your own terms, you understand? When you have an idea, the quickest way to make it a reality is take action, like right now. And Squarespace is always evolving, giving us all the tools that we need to succeed. Right now, there's some pretty cool AI and SEO tools, like you can start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. So pretty much you can just choose from professionally curated layouts and styling options to build a unique online presence from the ground up. Easily launch your website and get discovered fast with integrated, optimized SEO tools so you show up more often to more people and grow the way you want. Once you start providing your value, your service, your product, whatever it may be, your vision, you're going to need a way to manage those payments because people are going to want what you have to offer. And Squarespace has flexible payments, making checkout seamless. They have powerful payment tools and you can accept credit cards, PayPal, and Apple Pay. And in eligible countries even offer buy now, pay later. And with all those great ideas that you have within your mind, you're going to want to stretch your imagination to places it's never been before. And you can do so with Squarespace's Fluid Engine. And now use the power of Squarespace AI to kickstart or update written content on any website. No more stressing what to say. You can generate instant personalized text and make it easier to go live and stand out and succeed online. Literally, now is the time. There are worlds of opportunity online right now. And if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your website or domain, go to squarespace.com/Heinz to save 10% off your first purchase. Come back to the basics. I always say, if you find yourself scattered, you're losing certainty, you feel like you're lacking meaning, or you can't put meaning into the steps, and you're just like all confused, well, have you done the basics for today? Have you taken an opportunity to ground your mind? What have you done for the mind today? What have you done for your spirit today? And what have you done for your body? Right? Where the body goes, the mind will flow. Ground the body, the mind all of a sudden just feels more centered. Start to express yourself, and out of nowhere, you start to feel a little bit more joy. You want to share more of yourself. You're starting to see the beauty in life again. You're starting to give meaning into the little things again. Alignment is not hard to find when you have a sound mind, but we have to craft that, cultivate that, work on that, practice that every single day. It's a devotion, and you are making that devotion to yourself, that you are going to live the life that you love. But the most important thing is you're going to love it while you are living it. You are not telling yourself, I'm going to be happy when. You are reminding yourself that you're going to be happy while you build this life, while you build that thing, while you are working the job that you hate, but knowing that you have a vision, knowing that you are going somewhere, by having gratitude that in this season you have the ability to supply your needs. In the past, when I had like these jobs that I absolutely hated, I would just be like, yo, listen, this is not my final form. This is not where I'm going to be forever. I know somewhat where I'm trying to go, but thank God I'm able to take care of these bills. Thank God I have opportunity, simply an opportunity to take care and fuel the dream, right? Gratitude is the main attitude. That is how we are transforming. But we don't just say it, we embody it, we feel it. Don't get into this rhythm of just saying blindless affirmations and blind gratitude and just lazy faith, and you just saying it because you're supposed to, but no, really practice and embody it. And then you're gonna see in your life that you start to feel more whole and you start to have more light. And you have to know that healed people heal people. When you do the work on yourself, you just naturally start to illuminate and inspire others. That $100 million project, you get the clarity that you want, you build it, you bring it into this world, and everyone's like, yo, thank you. You caused a ripple effect. I was at this African party a few weeks ago. It was vibes. Just stepped in out of nowhere. I heard the music. I was like, yo, let me see what's happening in there. I stepped in, just vibing out. This dude comes up to me. He's like, yo, hindsight. I was like, yes. What's up? Shake hands, my brother. How's it going? He's like, yo, I just want to thank you for the light that you produce and what you do. He's like, I started my agency because of you. He's like, the quality and the intention that you put into what you do inspired me. He's like, now we're like a year into our agency, and it's like, we're not quite there yet, but we're moving forward. He's like, I want to thank you. And that's the beautiful thing. Every single one of us does that when we tune into ourselves and our mission and our purpose, and we put in the work and we apply ourselves and we get clear, or we even dance in the uncertainty and we have that gratitude and we just move forward. You naturally inspire others. You create a ripple effect. And you will just change lives by being yourself. Isn't that beautiful? And you already are doing that. You are doing the work, and it is beautiful. You are doing great, my friend. You're doing great. $100 million. What are you doing with your life? What are you changing in this world? How are you being in service? How are you making this world more beautiful? Write it down. Let me know. Leave it in the comment section. My $100 million, I know what I'm doing now. It's going to start to come to light. And you don't know how I said everything going to be all right. Thank you for tuning in.